Greetings, zodiac sign Aquarius, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon. Welcome to your reading for September 2023 by LightWorker. Thank you very much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. This is a general reading. If you'd like to have a personal consultation with me, please visit my website www.amalightworker.com and email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. For those of you who would like to know more, I have done a whole new reading for your sign and for each sign of the zodiac. And if you are interested for download and purchase, the Vimeo link for those additional readings is posted down here below in the show more description box. The first portion of this reading will be an Akashic Records reading, and then I will open a few tarot cards for your sign. So make sure that you are listening all the way to the end. Listen for your rising sign and for your moon sign, because you are going to be getting additional information. Now, without being said, allow me to tune in into the Akashic Records for your sign, and let me see, Aquarius, what the Akashic Records are going to tell me for September 2023 for you. You must be patient. A lot of situations that are going to unfold for you are going to reach a culmination point toward the end of September. For some of you Aquarians, it could be that the beginning of the month starts with something to be resolved. For other ones, it points out toward the end of September. Solutions will also be provided in divine timing. During this time, you may have to address some issues or some surprise situations that are going to be showing up for you, to your biggest surprise. You may want to be very careful about finances, financial transactions, having to deal with banks, having to deal with different bank accounts and transferring money from one account to the other. Many of you will have to address some issues with the proper office, the proper higher ups, if that's the case, in connection to your work, your higher ups at work. During this time, you may need to communicate with institutions of importance, like the tax office, IRS, financial institutions. You may have to deal with the legal or the justice system, immigration offices. Some of you will have to address some issues in regards to a home environment. You may have to address these issues with a landlord, the manager of the building, or a superintendent. Or if you are the landlord, you may have to address some issues with your tenants, if you have any. It is very important that during this time you also understand that in some ways, Aquarius, you are also going to be a little bit affected by what is happening in your neighborhood, what is happening with your neighbors, particularly with your immediate neighbors. During this time, you are going to notice people moving in and people moving out. This could be people that you know, okay, moving in or out, but this could also be an important neighbor that moves in or out. Many of you will have to address something that may needs to be fixed or repaired. Could be due to some sort of a mechanical issue. Okay, this could be in connection to a car. This could be in connection to anything that malfunctions in the workplace. And for some of you, it's going to be connected to the place where you live, that something could be broken and you may need to fix it. Many of you are going to be involved in DIY projects, like doing yourself projects. I see many of you Aquarians having to follow instructions, having to follow a list of things to do step by step. For some of you, this could be instructions coming to you from your doctor or a healthcare specialist. It can be in connection to you having to address some health issues and having to be in a particular strict regime that your doctor is putting you on, or even a diet. Okay, some of you are going to try or attempt to fix something on your own because you are following instructions. Step number 1, step number 2. Okay, that may not necessarily pan out very well for all of you. So you are highly advised that where is it that you need to hire a specialist or somebody to do that for you, then you're just going to have to do that. It's very important that you understand that you may need help. You may need help emotionally. You may need practical help to help around the home or other type of help. And some of you are going to have the needs for some counseling, to some advice, or to get something off your chests. You may not necessarily be surrounded with the best people in the world for you, and that may be complicating certain situations. Voluntarily or involuntarily, consciously or unconsciously, many of you Aquarians may find yourself in a circumstance where you may be involved in gossip, or maybe there were some rumors circulating earlier before, some time ago, and for some reason you believed that to be true. In divine timing, divine intervention, it does feel that this time around it is your angels, the angelic realm, that is kind of going to intervene to bring to you much needed information. Sometimes you don't know that you need some information, and how the angelic realm will bring some information, will drop it in your lap, is going to be surprising for you. So again, you don't know sometimes that you need some information, and it will be coming to you through ways of your dreams, a brochure, a video. It may be coming to you through a person. It may be coming to you through advice that is coming from a person who seems to be wiser. You may want to take yourself out of the equation if you are dealing with a circumstance where people are shouting at each other, or maybe they have some disagreements of ideas, disagreements of opinions. You may find yourself like what to do, like you may be asked to take a stance on the matter, okay? And you may be a little bit panicked because you may not necessarily know how to proceed from here. Whose camp do you align? So for some of you, it could turn out to be a tricky situation, having to keep a neutral position or having to step outside and let the people involved resolve the matter between them. You may find yourself feeling irritated or aggravated. So this time around, you need to call upon your patience, okay? Take a deep breath. Do not act on your emotions. If some information comes your way, you may not know how to feel about it at first. Try not to act immediately on these emotions. Let yourself cool down. Let the information settle before you decide what to do with this information. Do not base any sudden rash decisions based on a temporary circumstance, based on these temporary opinions or emotions. A person or a group of people will have a tendency to disappoint you, because in your mind maybe you pictured them to be differently. Maybe you have created in your mind a certain idea who this person is. This could be somebody you may be dating, this could be a child of yours, this could be a friend, this could be someone in the work place, okay? So you need to think whether this person has been like this all along, or maybe it was you in your mind that you had a different idea about this person. Now, for some of you, maybe you had a bad opinion about this person, but they're not so bad, okay? And in other cases, it could be that you thought very highly of this person, and now you get to understand and to see their flaws. Either or, the decision will be yours. And the Akashic Records would like to remind you that nobody is good 24/7. Sometimes people also act out of their character. You may find yourself acting a little bit out of your character. For some of you, you may need to resolve a matter related to finances, rent payments, having access to finances, maybe access that you didn't have before. Maybe money was there, but you didn't have access to it. And some of you will have to deal or address some issues with the housing authority, 401k, Section 8. So you may need to figure out other ways to cover your rent or your mortgage. For some of you, it could be about a mortgage or a mortgage approval. Maybe it got approved some time ago, but maybe you didn't have access to this financial resource, to this money just yet. You have to be very careful around this time with who you own money to, who you lend money, who owes you a payment. Some of you may have to deal with a collection agency as well. For some of you Aquarians, some time ago, maybe somebody helped you, they did a favor to you. Do not be surprised if this person may show up to collect their favor, and you're going to be happy to reciprocate. Okay, I am shown that in some instances, some of you Aquarians may end up trading places, trading services, trading help. So there's going to be a trading of some sorts. When it comes to your finances and your business, for those of you who happen to have a business, in September, you're going to have to deal with some important business dealings. You may have to negotiate. Some of you have to go over contracts, and you need to take your time in anything that you may agree verbally, or in anything that you may agree by putting your signature, because that will make it official. Take your time here to explore the ins and outs of this contract or of this legally binding agreement. They're also telling me about some of you, okay, where maybe you need to resolve a matter that affected your marriage, or it was your marriage that affected finances and other matters. Because for some of you, it could be in connection to a spouse and their employment that may be affecting you, their employment circumstance, their work-related matters, whether they have a job or not, whether they have problems at their work or not, that may end up affecting you and your marriage. But they're also telling me that for other Aquarians who are doing fine in their relationship, if you have one, or a marriage if you have one, there's going to be a need. You're going to feel the need to connect and to bond, spending some time alone, together, dating, having those important one-to-one conversations, important conversations about what the two of you like to realize, okay, to make happen at this point in your marriage. There is a certain sense that now you may find yourself to be the most requested person. You may feel like everybody suddenly wants to hear from you, they want to hang out with you, Everybody wants to have fun. You may find yourself being more social than usual, meeting new people, mingling with new people. So for some of you, if you had done some networking before, now you're going to see the benefits of it. But generally speaking, the Akashic records are reminding you and encouraging you to go out more, okay? Explore the place where you live on your own. Okay, try to meet new people, accept social invitations, okay? There is this sense that you're going to go back to something that you did for fun, whether it was parties, dancing, I don't know, it could be a number of things for different people. So something that used to provide you with a lot of satisfaction and fun, that could be making a return or a comeback in your life. If you find yourself dealing with a circumstance from your past, particularly with an ex-lover, ex-husband, ex-wife, ex-partner, things may be a little bit complicated from here. You may find yourself puzzled. If you're not dealing with an ex directly or personally, you may find yourself puzzled, okay, by this relationship that you had with your ex. Try not to let the past influence your present current decisions. Try not to let your past influence your future as well. You may have to take a step back to evaluate your life. Some of you may have to evaluate your finances, your assets, get a sense of how much are your assets worth. It does feel that you may have to deal with an important breakthrough. For some of you, it's an important breakthrough in connection to your work. If you don't have a job, you have been looking for one, suddenly you get one. Okay? For some of you, there's going to be an important breakthrough in a family-related matter. Maybe there were fights, miscommunications. Okay? So there's going to be an important breakthrough in family-related matters, or a breakthrough about a family matter. And some of you are also going to be blessed with a breakthrough in a financial related circumstance in which maybe you felt trapped or stuck. That doesn't mean that you necessarily had financial problems. That's not the case for every Aquarius, but sometimes, a certain amount of money, maybe it's not totally accessible. For some of you may have to deal with an investment or a business opportunity. Either or, if anything comes up with your finances to be resolved, if there is an issue, there's also going to be a breakthrough in that situation. You have to understand that sometimes you have to let go because you don't have control over everything, Aquarius. And the best approach for you would be to take life one day at a time in September. See what happens, because something that you wanted to happen soon, it's going to happen later. You may have to deal with some delays, but you also have to address some issues that are happening sooner that you are prepared for. You have to approach situations, new people, new circumstances, because yes, you are going to deal with situations of the past, but you are also going to be dealing with new people and new circumstances. Approach it with light-hearted, adopt this light-hearted approach. And nothing is as heavy as it may appear originally. Take your time in September to think things through before you leap in action, before you make important choices, and before you make important decisions. Because later on, anything that is unfolding for you in September may turn out to be very important later on, because it could be redirecting your whole life into a new direction. I'm not done yet. I hope that so far this is making sense to you. Do leave me a comment down here here below. I am going to open a few tarot cards, and in the meantime, for those of you who would like to know more, I have done a whole new reading for download and purchase through Vimeo.com, and if you are interested, the Vimeo link is posted down here below in the show more description box. Now, the first card that showed up for you is Seven of Swords. To me, it means success, but something left behind. It is a warning. Be aware of theft and be aware of loss. This could be theft of an idea or loss of power. It is also a reminder for you to not quit. Okay, keep fighting. Whatever setbacks may be happening, it is only a temporary setback. You may have to deal with some complications, either with some people at work. This could be people working for you. This could be co-workers. This could be a supervisor, a boss, or a manager. So higher ups. At this time, you may be asked to make a choice. Do you want to sacrifice some of your principles in order for you to move on or to move up? And during this time, you may have to clarify a matter. Maybe somebody has been stealing your work even from before. You were not aware about it. So it does feel that you are going to claim what is yours. I invented this. I did this project. So in other words, you are going to insist to be given credit to you where credit is appropriate for you to get. You are also going to be considering other job opportunities. Okay, because for some of you, you could be contemplating whether you want to find a job with another company or whether you still want to stay with your current company. How much does your current job, your current company has to offer you? Does it leave you more room to grow? Because it does feel that many of you Aquarians want to grow in your work or professionally. For some of you, this does not apply to your job situation. For some of you Aquarians, this has to deal with the home environment or a family matter or your home. You could be contemplating, do I move out now? And you are going to be considering advantages and disadvantages if you decide to move out. So there's something for you to gain to move out, but you are also going to be considering the disadvantages of that. The next card that you have, it's a wonderful card. This is the Temperance card. As you see here, there's an angel in the card. And this card means patience. Patience. Divine sources working through you and for you. Angels by your side to bring a solution, to solve a situation, and to bring balance within you, and also to bring balance in different situations around you. It also means angel protection, and I'm not surprised because in the Akashic Records reading portion of this, they did talk about the angelic realm and angels trying to help you. This card also focuses on finances, habits, desires, health, money, business partnerships, or business circumstance. So some situation that arises from the past. Maybe you thought you dealt with it, but it could be coming back to you to kind of test you again. Many of you are going to be putting things into perspective, okay? It's like you're trying to juggle two different situations. And at this time, you are going to be thinking, is there anything that you need to let go of so that you have a better balance in your life? Some of you are going to be making a list of advantages, disadvantages, pros and cons. So it does feel that you're going to develop this strategy about how you organize everything, even around your house, how you organize your ideas. how you organize, or how organized you are at your job, or even in your mind with your own creative endeavors and creative ideas. You may be dealing during this time with some sort of a proposal. For some of you, maybe somebody in the past hinted that they want to make you an offer. So for some of you, this could be an offer of partnership, to partner up in a business idea, to partner up in a love relationship, to get together. Or for some of you, it could be about a job proposal. Okay? So you may have to kind of address how do you feel internally about it, because maybe you are changing, maybe your feelings are changing, maybe you don't feel the same like you used to before. There's going to be a lack of sleep for some of you. You may suffer from stomach aches or pains. For some of you, there could be some sort of a skin-related condition that could flare up. So you may have to address some minor health-related problems. Some of you may still be recuperating. Maybe you got a little sick, or you were feeling under the weather. Okay, and now you are recuperating. The angel in this card is drawing my attention to some of you having to be very careful if you have any type of addiction tendencies. Okay? And some addiction tendencies could be drinking, or even working too much, or working out too much. So in anything that you do in September, make sure that moderation is the key. Do not do more than you can handle. Be very aware of what you can deliver and you cannot. Make sure that what is offered to you is within your means to do and to fulfill. And also pay attention to your hydration. Some of you may be having some problems with water retention, dehydration. So make sure that your health is a priority in September. Rest when you need to rest. The next card that you have is dating, followed by the dating queen. I don't know if I got this combination of cards for one of the signs last month, and I did shuffle the cards so many times, and I was so happy when I saw those cards together. They, for some reason, they appear together. Dating, it means dating, romance, wining and dining. Okay, so for some of you, you may be going out on dates. For some of you, this could be a new person that you are getting to know, or you could be dating multiple people. And it also means a job opportunity, a job interview going well, thus you're going out to celebrate. And it also means a business endeavor, a business partnership, so something in connection to a business deal that will be going very well, thus you are celebrating. When you get this card, it also means that you need to work with the energy of the full moon. I'm not sure when the full moon is in September, okay? However, my spiritual team is also telling me that you also need to pay attention to the new moon. Maybe the new moon in September, I'm not sure. It could be around mid-month, mid-September. So for many of you, you need to harvest the energy, do some sort of ceremony, pay attention when the full moon is and when the new moon is, because this will bring sudden changes in your life this time around for you. Aquarius. You may also hear from an ex and maybe just hanging out or catching up for all time's sakes. I don't necessarily see many of you reuniting with an ex, and this is a general reading. For the majority of you, I don't necessarily see that happening. The next card that you have is the dating queen. So it could mean dating multiple people, feeling the center of attention. So for some of you, you could be going to a lot of events, having fun, reconnecting with old friends. And I also keep hearing from my spiritual team that for some of you, this calls for a celebration. You could be celebrating a success. For some of you, maybe some of your talents have been showcased. Maybe you did some sort of a I don't know, maybe you paint and you do like an expo. Maybe you are into fashion and you do a little show. Whatever this is, maybe you give an important speech or presentation at an event, at a work meeting, maybe online. So there's something for you here to be celebrated. You are going to feel the center of attention. It could also mean, allow me to focus on this card, and for some of you Aquarians, I don't know, it feels like a new home, a new place of residence, and people are coming over to celebrate you, your home. There's going to be like gifts being wrapped, gifts being open. You may also attend an event with gifts. So if this is not you receiving gifts, you could be gifting gifts to others. So generally speaking, it means a success to be celebrated. You are reaching the heights, okay, of your life or your career or a family life. So reaching an important success. You are on top of your game. Let me put it this way. You are on top of your game in spite of everything that is happening. Then the last card that you have is blessing and thanks, abundant universe. I keep hearing from my spiritual team, and remember I do read the cards intuitively, that many of you Aquarians during this time, you may want to work with a gratitude affirmation. You may want to work with a vision board. Many of you may need to work with the serenity prayer, but you may also want to work with a financial abundance type of prayers. The biggest blessings for you will be emotionally. Yes, you are going to be going through an emotional turmoil, having to go in internally and figure things out. But at the end, you are also going to feel very blessed emotionally. Where you thought that there's no way out, where is it that you saw a circumstance to be very dark and difficult, now you are going to be able to see the other side of that coin. Abundance will be opening up for you in multiple ways. For some of you, it's going to be connected to you feeling loved or meeting somebody and falling in love. It could be like your marriage will feel very blessed for those of you who are married. I also see a lot of you finding comfort and healing through food. It could be that for some of you, you may need to eliminate something from your diet, and that is truly going to have a positive effect in your body. For other ones, it could be that you need to incorporate something new in your food, into your body, and that's going to help to boost your energy. It does feel that people will start to pay you for your products, for your services, if you sell products and services. And for some of you, I also keep getting the sense of some sort of a commission. You could be now starting to have a job where you work on commission and you are going to be doing very well. If payment was owed to you, maybe got stuck somewhere in the process, or maybe you gained this commission but is not accessible to you yet, it is now finally being available to you in September. If you had benefits from the government that you qualified for, okay, maybe you did qualify, but it wasn't available to you just yet. Now in September, all of these benefits are going to start to kick in, whether it was backed up payments that were that are owed to you by the government, by IRS, an ex, a job, an employer. So now everything will be available and accessible to you. If you lost some of the benefits, this could be health benefits from your insurance, government benefits that you apply for. I do see a lot of you being very resilient, having to push for it, demand for it, and you are going to be once again reconnected to what you have lost. The benefits that you lost are going to start to kick in and be active again, be approved. I hope that this is making sense to you. Do leave me a comment down here below. I'm curious to hear from you. And if you'd like to know more, click in the link down here below. That's going to take you to the Vimeo videos. for download and purchase. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And contact me for a private reading at amalightworker@gmail.com or visit my website www.amalightworker.com. Thank you once again, Aquarius, and I will reconnect with you in the next video. Bye for now.